Hello, everybody. Melo here, aka Dr. CX. Today, I have the pleasure to be with Ian Golding, world-renowned CX specialist. Hey, Ian, how's it
Hi,
going?
Louise. It's so lovely to see you.
Good, good. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me today. We have a couple of topics, right? I wanted to ask you, how can we get our organizations to treat CX as a business discipline?
Well, it's a brilliant question, as you always ask me. We've known each other for a long time, and these questions never go away. I think, if nothing else, the last 12 months have demonstrated that no organization can stay the same. No organization can rest on its laurels. Ultimately, historically, we've lived in a world that has been very product-led, very service-led, but we can no longer rely on our products and services alone. Ultimately, we can no longer rely on the status quo, because whilst many said that the pandemic was unprecedented, change isn't unprecedented. Change is going to continue to happen all the time. And I think this has been a quite gigantic wake-up call that organizations need to continuously adapt, pivot, which is the new in vogue word, to the changing environment to ensure that they sustain themselves. And what we've got to keep reminding ourselves is that differentiation, which drives sustainable growth, can no longer be about products and services. It has to be differentiating on the whole experience that will enable us to sustain ourselves in the future.
Very good. That's so right, Ian. Thank you very much. And the second question I had for you today was, what is the most important skill of a successful CX professional?
Oh, okay. Now that's a very good question, and I'll answer it in a way that you might not expect me to. There are many competencies, as you know, that sit behind what I call the science of customer experience, and very good customer experience professionals need to have a good working knowledge of the competencies that define it. And those competencies are things like customer journey management, measurement, strategy, adoption and accountability, all of the standard things that many know about. But I would argue that whilst obviously we need to have a good knowledge of all of those things, there is an additional competency, in my opinion, that isn't officially documented anywhere. But if I had my way, it would be. And that additional competency is all to do with having the courage, commitment, and persistence to be able to influence an organization to focus on customer experience in the long term. Anyone that's had the fortune or misfortune of hearing me speak will know that my belief is that it is a wonderful thing that what we do is recognized as a profession, but by God, it's a difficult profession, because, this isn't just about knowing things. This is about being able to read and adapt to whatever situation we're facing. And it can feel incredibly lonely. It can feel incredibly almost stifling. There are times when I get professionals phoning me, at the end of their tether, what am I supposed to do? And that's why it is so important that we stay very realistic, very humble, but we believe in ourselves, and we do have that courage to keep going whatever is thrown at us.
Thank you, Ian. Very insightful as ever. I really, really appreciate the time you take to be here with me today. I know you're a very busy man, so thank you very much. And I'll probably see you next time.
100%. It's always a pleasure and an honor.
Thank you, Ian. Cheers.
Thank you.